What's in the box? Come take a look at the collector's edition of the Death Guard Codex.
Spiking bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Baer with you today, taking a look at the fantastic Codex Death Guard limited edition. I guess this was one of 1,250 books they put out for the Death Guard release. They retail for $200, and as of right now, the week after the release of the Death Guard Codex and Mortarion, there's still some available on the Games Workshop US site. Now, I've always personally wondered, and maybe somebody can weigh in on the comments, if these numbers are worldwide or not, the limited edition, because I imagine they have to print different languages, right? If they even offer them in different languages, I don't know. I haven't looked at all the sites, but I know at least in this being an English version of the book, there's at least 1,250 of them, so I can tell you that much based on what I see in front of me. But I always kind of wondered if they put out that many in each different edition. But again, there's still some available. So if this is your thing, you can definitely still run over to the GW web store and pick them up. Of course, it is a web exclusive, only available through their cart. You may be able to special order it from your local game store that may be able to have access to that through that. Whoops, that just came right off. Through that whole system, but I do not know, to be honest with you. This came directly from the GW web store, and it arrived roughly a week later, which I didn't really understand. I thought it was supposed to arrive the same week as the release, but I don't know. I don't get how it all works. I'm just here to show you the dopeness that is the limited edition collector set right here. Now, it's still got the same content as the normal Death Guard book. I think it's 104 pages, and you get your 33 data sheets, 14 stratagems, 6 new warlord traits, the 6 new psychic powers along with smite, of course, and your relic section. I think that's it. So it's all still the same content. It's just the book is a little bit, or generally speaking, I haven't put my eyes on it yet, but generally the book itself is a little bit higher quality, and the pages are a little bit, print-wise, a little bit higher quality too. So you can't just kind of compare Codex to Codex or anything like that. It comes in a really, this is the actual mailer inside another box, so it's pretty well protected. They didn't just mail it in this, although I have received stuff from Forge Roll just in this, and the book was damaged, so it's good to see that they're taking steps to avoid that here now currently. So there's the box set here, and you can see it is a pretty cool little card box with some faux oxidization and rusting. There's some embossed kind of pitting and stuff right here, some raised edges. I don't know if you can see it in here, similar to what you've seen in comic book covers in the past. That was all the rage back in the 90s. And then on the front, of course, you've got the symbol of Nurgle. It almost looks like it's just like the side of a rhino, all rusted off. Now, when you open this up, it's definitely a very, very high quality card. It looks like very well constructed. Can't exactly tell if it's glue or what here, but it's definitely folded in on itself. It definitely doesn't feel like I could accidentally just kind of rip this apart with my huge hobby muscles or anything like that. Great inset leaf cover of that Mortarion art, which is also, I think, the poster that comes in here as well, judging by what I saw on Games Workshop's site. So that's cool, kind of like a little, what do they call that? The old-timey kind of antique styling. Here's the book itself. Generally, they have this little ribbon here that helps you. Here, let's zoom in a little bit and get it. Well, we might leave it out because we want to take a look at the poster. But generally, this helps kind of pull everything out. So be careful when you're putting your stuff away so you don't have to like fat finger and kind of dig into it, because these things are usually a little snug. So here's the book itself, which is definitely heavier than the actual book. Let's see. Let's put all this stuff out here. Yeah, I want to say it's definitely heavier than the Death Guard book. I can tell the page, or the binding, the cover, it's definitely made out of the same. No, it's not made out of the same material. This is a thicker material, and again, it has that embossing, but it's very thick. It's almost like a faux canvas kind of print, but it looks like it's just attached over the binding or the material, the card, whatever the actual material here is in here, the card of the cover. So it looks like they take this cool was this like faux canvas, and then they just kind of attach it onto the outside of the book. It's very neat. It's very cool. It's very Nurgly for sure. It looks like it's almost like some of the systems in the Plague Crusades there that they're doing. That's the highlight of it. Now you open it up, boom, there's your limited edition number, which is also on the outside of the box out at $12.50, and you've got the same motif right there on the inside. Now generally the pages are a little bit better quality. They feel a little bit better. And definitely some little foil there on the inside of the pages. Very different than what we saw with this book here, which is just straight full bleed print, it looks like. Very cool stuff. So it's definitely got a little bit darker kind of palette motif to it right here, which is very cool to see. Definitely pops off. And it's got a little bookmark, kind of like what we've seen with the Nurgle or the Horus Heresy books there. So that's kind of cool. There's your Plague Burst Crawlers in the bestiary section. So other than that, I love this rich green glow also of the book. All the graphics in here. It's really cool how they're kind of theming that. The graphic artists are really doing their good due diligence on this book for sure. But overall, it looks pretty much the same, just as we've already unboxed that there. Alright, so let's put that aside. And here's the poster, and the poster's pretty cool from what I was reading because it has all of the breakdown of all 7 of the Great Plague companies, but also some timelines and stuff of the different wars and things now that Guilliman's back. So the Wars on Ultima, the Plague Wars, the Scourge Stars, War in the Rift. And then here's the breakdown on the Great Plague companies right here, the Sons of Mortarion, the 7 Great Plague companies. So this is a really neat little bonus. Now all this material is in the book, you know, you gotta flip through and find it and stuff, but it'd be really cool to kind of have all laid out. And then of course the poster on the back is definitely Mortarion in all his glory. Now this is a really nice high quality poster. You can tell it's not sheeny, it's not reflecting light. It's very matte, perfect for framing, except for of course you've got the folds in it, but it's done very nice. And this isn't a thick overbearing cardstock. This is great poster quality. I don't know what material this is, but it's definitely poster quality. The stuff we've seen in a lot of the promo posters and things from Games Workshop for stores. So this is probably pretty cool. I mean, we see these posters offered from time to time from Black Library and Forge World, and they can be a bit pricey. So I could see that being a definite bonus to picking up in this box set right here. And then in the back, you've got the rest of the accessories that come in here. You've got this really cool kind of triangular turn counter, victory point counter, command point tracker. You've got some brass etched coins. Here, let's zoom in now. You got some brass etched coins that reflect 3 of the psychic powers. They're kind of markers, rather. 3 of the psychic powers and 3 of the effects of the Gifted Contagion table. Remember, there's, it's like a D3 effect, depending on which one you do. I think it's -1 strength, -1 toughness, and something else I forget. And then these full-size psychic cards here, which this is the size we used to see for the psychic cards and stuff, not the new data card kind of thing here that come in the deck. They started this with Age of Sigmar, and I kind of like this format, but I also for limited edition stuff I could see where they definitely like this format right here too. Now when you open this up, it's the same kind of artwork and stuff that's on the front of the book, and there's your cards. Let's lay these bad boys out here. Take a look at them. Now they're very thick. I can tell they're very thick, at least a 1/16 of an inch, which is really cool because you don't see that normally. So here they are. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Oh, great graphic presentation here. Look at this. This is really neat. They've got the little clip art. The coloring's great. It's kind of like that faux canvas kind of graph paper kind of look. Really cool backer here as opposed to the stuff that comes in the data cards, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, these are neat too. That's a really cool kind of black motif on the back, and then the front is just some clip art with like a fade. I love that green glow on these too. It's very similar to what's in the rule book, and then there's the different one for the stratagems. But don't get me wrong, this is some high quality H2O right here. I definitely like. I definitely like these. If these were available, I don't know if they'd sell if these were available in the pack separately. They might be a little pricey, but you can tell they're definitely high quality. 1/16 of an inch, it looks like. Very, I mean, this is straight like cardboard with, you know, I guess like a sheet of sticker over it, and then it's cut. But still, it's thick. It makes you feel like you're holding something, which is really neat. That kind of gives me some ideas to cut out some of these data cards and glue them to cardboard, and then punch them out, right? So you've got your 6 psychic powers. I can tell there's 7 cards here. So you got your 6 psychic powers and smite, of course, right? So you got miasma, vitality, blades of putrefaction. These are all in effect spells. Then you've got your gift of contagion, which also has in effect spells or in effect effects, which are all going to be represented on the brass etched coins. And then you've got just your straight damage, more damage, more damage. So your 3 damage spells, your 3 effect spells. I guess you used to call these aura banes or blessings or whatever you wanted to call them back in the day. And then your gift of contagion. So those are pretty neat. Let's take a look at these coins here. So again, we've got the brass etched coins. Definitely feels like I'm holding something here. They're definitely brass etched. I like the brass motif to it just because, you know, that's Nurgle. And then it's got the weathering, the Vendigre in here. I mean, it's all, you know, it's all just coloring. It's not like real, but that's cool. So muscular atrophy, miasma pestilence, that's a psychic effect. That's one of the gifted contagions. Let's see, liquefying, yep, that is one of the gifted contagions. Putridance vitality, that is not, that's an actual spell effect. Blades of putrefaction, that's that great wound effect in combat. And flyborn palsy. So there's your 3 for your gifting contagion and your 3 in effects from the psychic powers themselves. Very cool. So there's 6 of those. And you can tell, they definitely sound like metal. They probably are metal. Real actual metal, holy cow. But that's pretty neat to see. And then here's the turn marker, command points, and victory points. You can see right here in the middle, you can flip it and you get all of that. So that's a great way to keep track of all of these things right here. Command points, of course, always good to keep track of. And your turns, which I imagine go up to 6. Nope, there's a 7. I guess there's some of those narrative missions that go up to 7. So nice, hardy cardstock. It almost looks like it's made out of the same stuff as, yep, it's almost made out of the same stuff as those right there. And then you've got the insert, so this is all 16th inch thick, so it's very close. You've got, what, that's like 1/4 right there and a 16th, so it's not quite a 1/2 inch thick between everything, and then it's got these little binders that lock it all in and allow it to rotate. So very neat, and there's the back. Got your Nurgle symbol as well with that faux kind of oxidization / rust. So overall, I think it's pretty neat. And then you got the foam thing that keeps it all kind of together. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. That is the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. So that's if you ever wonder what comes in a collector's edition, now I haven't seen any of the other ones, unfortunately, and maybe that's something that we want to start getting here on the channel and reviewing them for you, because this one seems pretty neat for the money. Like I said, 200. The actual Codex itself is $40 US, but then I guess you figure in maybe the poster, maybe the cards. I guess the cards, you don't get all the cards in the tactical cards, so I guess that's like kind of a $15 value. I don't really know how to compare that right there. I know the posters can be quite pricey from Forge World and from Black Library themselves. And I want to say the book itself was priced at $70 for the limited edition one, but I actually didn't look to see if it was this particular one that came in what was it? There's a collector set and then there's a limited edition set, and the limited edition one comes in this box with all of these cool things right here. Let me make sure I fold this in, because I don't really need to keep place of anything right this second, and I don't want that to get jammed up when I fold this box together. But there it is. Really cool little limited edition collector set. If you're a fan of the Death Guard, you might not want to pass this one up. It's a neat little set that is still currently available as of this recording over on Games Workshop's website right there. So what do you think? $200 collector set for Games Workshop. Are they worth picking up if you're a huge fan of that particular faction? Let us know what you think in the comments, and also of all the cool tokens and dials and posters and things that come in it as well. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more awesome content such as this, and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all of these features we put out. And make sure you head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the 8th edition battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and 8th edition army downloads as well. Become a veteran of the Long War today.